Hey everyone, and this is BDevine. And if you're not into spiritual things but you are looking for some help, I've got you. And if you are into spiritual things and you're looking for something different, I've got you as well. With over 35 years of experience in all things spiritual, we've moved into something different here. Can you feel that? I'm sure you can. And all of you have been saying a lot of things about things changing, it doesn't feel the same, sleepless nights, or just disruptions happening, breakups happening, and at the same time, marriages happening, people getting together, people going back to their past, people who are traveling, people who are moving house. It's all happening. But this is something to help you, okay? This is a message that I wrote this morning on my personal Facebook page. And on my personal Facebook page, it gets shared to different groups, ones that might not even be connected with me. For example, Alcoholics Anonymous and things like this. So this is the message. And I hope that it resonates with you. Okay. You cannot think your way out of a life that you are refusing to live. Okay, one of the quietest traps people fall into believing is that if they analyze themselves long enough, okay, something will finally change. So they sit with the same feelings over and over and over again. They replay the same conversations. They study the same pain and they ask why I feel this way. And they wonder what that means. They look for explanations, signs, answers, reasons, guidance, closure, validation, reassurance, and someone to tell them, in some cases, do this next and you're going to be just fine. And while reflection can be powerful, okay, there is a point where it stops being healing. It actually becomes a loop. You're not processing anymore. You are rehearsing the pain. You're keeping yourself inside the same emotional room, hoping the door will open by itself. And this is where a lot of people actually get stuck. They become highly aware of their wounds, but not actually ever free from them. They can explain their patterns, but they are actually still repeating them. They can name their trauma, but they're still living from it. The language didn't change. They can describe the problem perfectly, but they're not making a different choice. In fact, they will jump into another situation, pretty much the same as the last one, saying that it's different because the location's different, or the job is different, or the person is different, or they know better now. Same pattern. Awareness is only the beginning. And it's not the whole transformation either. At some point, you have to stop asking, why am I like this? And start asking, what am I going to do differently now? Because constantly analyzing your feelings can become another way of avoiding action. You can spend years trying to understand why you are afraid, but eventually the next step is still going to require courage from you. You can spend years explaining why you don't trust people, but eventually healing will ask you to build better boundaries, not just better explanations. You can spend years talking about what happened to you, but eventually life will ask whether you're ready to stop letting the past make every decision. And that part can be hard, right? Because thinking feels safer than changing. Looping feels familiar. It's something you've probably always done. Waiting feels easier than choosing. Hoping something will save you can feel more comforting than accepting that your life is asking you to participate. But the truth is this: no one is coming to live your life for you. No one's coming to make any decision any easier. No one's coming to remove every fear before you can go forward. No one is coming to hand you the perfect version of yourself fully healed, fully ready, fully confident, and untouched by any doubt. At some point, you have to begin from where you are. Not when you feel ready. Not when you understand everything. Not when the fear disappears. Not when everyone approves. Not when the past finally makes sense. Now. And you begin now. You take the walk, you make the call, you clean the room, you send the message, you create the boundary. You stop checking, you stop chasing, you stop feeding the thought that keeps right on hurting you. And you stop waiting for the old version of you to feel safe enough before you can't become somebody new. This is how freedom starts. Not dramatically, not perfectly, or even all at once, but in one honest decision after another. Freedom is not found in endlessly studying the cage. Freedom begins when you notice the door and you decide to stop sitting beside it. Your feelings matter, but they're not always instructions. Your thoughts are loud, but they're not always the truth. Your past shaped you, but it doesn't have to keep on leading you. There comes a point when healing has to become movement. And there comes a point where self-awareness has to be self-respect. There comes a point when the question changes from, why do I feel this way, to what would a healthier version of me choose next? That's where life starts to open again. Not because everything's fixed, but you're refusing to abandon yourself inside that loop. You're allowed to feel deeply without drowning in that energy. You're allowed to hurt without making your pain your identity. You're allowed to be scared and still take the next step. You are allowed to stop waiting for rescue and start building your own way out. The answer is not always more thinking. Sometimes the answer is rest or honesty or discipline or walking away from the thing that you're trying to understand. And sometimes the answer is choosing peace, even when the mind still wants some other explanation. You don't have to have your whole life figured out to begin changing it. You only have to stop giving your fear the final say. So today, choose one thing that brings you back to yourself. One grounded action, one step that you're going to take, one honest boundary, one brave decision, one pattern that you're refusing to repeat, one small step out of the loop. This is where freedom begins. This is where the strength comes in, not from anybody or anything outside of you. And it is time in this day and age, and as we move forward, that we stop looking everywhere else for the answers, and instead of examining and analyzing ourselves over and over and over again, we take one day at a time, one step, and push ourselves forward. Like we've done a million times before, only this time there's freedom at the end of it, there's health at the end of it, and there's strength that you never had before because you were ignoring yourself, giving all of your power away to everybody who's wronged you, hurt you, upset you, rejected you, or abandoned you. And in doing that, you have abandoned yourself. So part of the next phase, the next era, whatever you want to call it, is very, very strong individuals. We've had enough of all this wishy-washy stuff, and we're moving into strength. I hope that this has helped you. You can get more information from my website, templeoftheflame.com, with free courses, or you can speak with me directly and we can do some therapies and different things at BDevineonline.com. Book a call with me. I hope that this has been helpful to you. Okay, more to come. See you in the next video. Bye for now.